afternoon, Mr. Pycraft. Andrew Morgan here, Chair of the 7th Judicial Circuit Nominating Commission. Can you hear me?
I can.
Good. We got you loud and clear. So I know it hadn't been too long since your last interview, but will you take an opportunity to reintroduce yourself to the commission and tell us why you want to be a circuit court judge?
Sure. My name is Tom Pycraft. I want to do this honestly because of an extension of the community service mindset that I have. It's as many of you know, I've been heavily involved with legal aid for 10 or 11 years now, and I've also got the experience handling traffic cases in three of the counties in the 7th Circuit, and I firmly believe that the role of a judge is a critical piece in our system for different reasons than attorneys do, and that is, it's the face of the profession with the general public, and that's one of the reasons that I'm interested. I think I have the right temperament, right philosophy to do this. I'm not going to yell at anybody. I'm going to handle everything professionally, and that's why I'm here.
Let me ask you a question. If you are appointed to the circuit bench, you will at some point in time do a stint in criminal. Would you be comfortable imposing the death penalty, assuming that it was supported factually and legally?
I would.
What about handling either complex civil trials or criminal trials with you don't have a whole bunch of jury trial experience? So how would you do that effectively?
Sure. I mean, I've handled a lot of trials. I've done, I don't remember the exact number, 140 plus trials to verdict. I've done a number of complex civil litigation, partnership litigation, and a lot of things in the financial industry. I tend to end up with all of the odd cases that nobody else can figure out what to do with. That's kind of what gets referred to me. So I'm used to handling anything that's that would be considered complex and doesn't concern me. As far as the jury trial experience, I've been involved in a number of jury trials. I've only had 2 that I've tried all the way to a verdict, but I've been involved in a number of others as well. So I think I'm quite capable of handling that.
Mr. Pycraft, could you talk to us about your experience as a traffic hearing officer, and then if you think that has prepared you for the role as judge? Talk about that as well.
Sure. It's I think it has prepared me in a number of ways. I mean, I'm certainly comfortable controlling a courtroom. I'm comfortable with the procedures from that perspective. I've also dealt with plenty of disgruntled pro se defendants that are there because they were very unhappy with their traffic stop. So I do think that has prepared me. Is it the same types of issues that a circuit judge would hear? No, but certainly the courtroom control and the process and interacting with defendants and officers and attorneys and all of that would definitely prepared me in some respects.
Thank you.
Part of your commitment, it would seem, is in terms of wanting to do services. If I'm looking at these numbers correctly, at least for last year, I mean, this would be a pay cut, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. You know, I mean, it's not something that is a huge step up financially for me. But again, I mean, I think that also goes to my desire to do this, and the fact that I feel that this is more of a service to my community and a role that I think that I'm fit to play, more so than something that I'm looking at just from a financial perspective.
How does your practice break down now in terms of areas of cases?
I do less appellate work now than I probably did 4, 5, 6 years ago. I still do a small amount of family law at this time, but I do mostly civil litigation work, and I've got a larger presence in federal court now than I used to. I do Fair Credit Reporting Act cases, which are original jurisdiction in federal court. So, you know, I'm probably now split a little bit more towards, or skewing a little bit more towards federal court. Still, the majority is in state court, but it's civil litigation would I say would be the most of it.
Mr. Pycraft, we last time talked about electability in Volusia County, but this is a circuit wide position. And if history is a predictor of the future, whoever gets this seat needs to be ready to run an election circuit wide. How would you do that?
Sure. I think you pretty much, the old days of being appointed to the bench and not having somebody run against you, I think are a thing of the past. I think pretty much from day one, you have to go in with the mentality of running in a contested election. You know, you have usually about 1.5 years to get that in order and be prepared for it. And so I think that's a mindset that you have to have going in there. I have I would have pretty good name recognition in at least the other 3 counties. I mean, I do a decent amount of work in Volusia, not as much recently as what I've done in the past, but I do traffic court in the other 3 counties. I have a lot of business clients in those other 3 counties. And you know, that's outside of the legal industry. That's probably where I would start.
Do we have, I know it's a short, but we just talked to you, so there might not be any more questions. Does anyone have any questions?
So I'm just looking at your application. I don't see where you've listed that you are involved in any sort of community activities, charitable organizations, service clubs, that kind of thing. Is that correct?
Well, I'm heavily involved with legal aid. I do assist with some things at my church. I don't know that it's really an organization that I'm involved in or a member in, but I do have a number of things that I regularly participate in. I just not so much social clubs as defined by that question.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Pycraft, you know the drill. We'll call you probably about an hour and a half from now. Is your phone number ending in 34 a good number to reach you?
It is.
Okay, great. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.